It's unforgettable, easy. Time in love. Unforgettable. See you. How you doing? Good morning, Vietnam. Now we have okay. Come listen. So we have multiple things going on here today. I will give it a sec for people to if anybody is coming in, I'll give it a sec here. Well, what we're gonna be mostly talking about today is well, the title here, Niger possibly is going to war. And the reason why I'm now putting out the title there, Ukraine's moving forward. Not only do we know that they are moving forward, we know and we've seen a special report. I'll read it out here. Senior NATO officials, including top British and US general, met recently with the commander-in-chief of Ukraine Armed Forces, Valery Shalshny, on Polish-Ukrainian border to discuss the ongoing offensives and attempt to reset the strategics of Ukraine. That was 5 hours ago. The estimate goes that the meeting took place 11 days ago, which means the reason why we're now seeing this, and I said it when the first counteroffensives didn't go as planned. I said what they really need to do is go back now, relaunch this, and try and go again. And that's actually what they did. That's exactly what they did. They reorganized. They talked to the people. They took all every professional that there is, generals, everybody, and they relaunched a new counteroffensive. That's what they did, And the way they're now doing their counteroffensive now is by simply going harder, and they're conserving more energy. Their simple way of doing, their war now is basically just, let's just kind of explain it, right? Well, you can kind of see it on the battlefield. So, throughout the recent day, now there was 11 days ago this meeting took place, and obviously to implement these new tactics could have taken a little bit. So as soon as we started seeing some real progress here on the battlefield was after this meeting. So it possibly was a successful meeting. Now we have the 24th and then 25th we had good success here. Now the 26th we've had again more pushback, and actually the first time you've seen the Russian troops officially moved, and we have Russian troops moving along here, standing along front line here. Obviously they're at the front line here. We could possibly Ukrainians being somewhere along this front line here. And what the Ukrainians are doing is not pushing in like that. They're creating kind of big bulge here, and it's really amazing how they're able to that's what we heard of now, is able to conserve and use what they have at their service, But you can see that the Russians right here has moved back to some of their offensive lines here. Some of the they've ducked down in some of their trenches. You see that, over here. See over here and over there. These are all trenches that they dug, during the time of the winter and the time where there wasn't much going on the front, kind of stalemate situation before the the Ukrainian counteroffensive happened. They start to dig in here along the whole front line here. Now Ukraine has already pushed past some of these first defenses and are starting to make their way into some of these big defenses here. As you can see, Ukrainians are probably somewhere along here inside this trench here, perhaps even using it for their own use now. And the Russians have moved back to some of these trenches here. These state of is where the estimates of where those Russian troops are. So, that's kind of like a rough thing. They're probably along this line here. Explosions in the Dnipro has gone quite off tonight. There's multiple things actually happening. There was some push on the front from the Russians. We will not discourage that, of course. We have to report on what happens. That was the 24th to the 23rd to 24th. There was some. How are you doing, Desire? I'm doing good. But other than that, the biggest push they've made this year, as strategic-wise, is Bakhmut and this little exclave right here. They've made very slow progress, and the Russians have not made any significant move towards any significant, movement in their in this war, as they're sort of claiming to have still been winning this war while not having made any advances whatsoever, other than small advances in small directions. Places like this right here, for example, which has been looking like this for so long. You look at this. You go back, I don't know what, there you go. Took the 17th, right? Now this area right here is quite a hard defend right here. I mean, they're trying to take the railroad here. Sorry, not the railroad, the road, obviously, but it's quite a long road. It's not exactly their main goal to take this whole road here, but they're trying to secure their supply line here. It's what, you can kind of see of that. As you can see, they pushed them off the road here. The Russians not even being able to try and even get forces here to try and push across or something like that. Not even being able to take back something like this. The Ukrainians are obviously fighting for, as this is quite an important road here for supplies coming in, not only from the Russians, from the Ukrainian side as well as over here. Some of these main roads here are one of the most important supply routes, and you see Ukrainians are using this to resupply their troops, as what we know of, at least. As we go over the lines here, you can clearly see that the Ukrainians are winning, making great strategic advances. Now, all we know so far is that there was some a secret meaning, and I did say that the Ukrainian counteroffensives did not go exactly as planned, and we knew that, right? We knew they didn't go as planned. They had a secret meeting, and they redid their tactics, talked to a lot of experts, pretty much did, how you can say everything, reset everything, redid all the strategics, and sort of, how would you put it, reorganized, I think is the best way to put their situation at the moment. They've reorganized, redone, learned from mistakes, and this is what you have to do nowadays. And go into a war, you learn, and you then you learn again, and you do what you have to, right? And you reorganize, and you learn from your mistakes. And the Russians, they don't learn from their mistakes. They are saying that their training, not only in Belarus and other places, was simply, focused on learning from mistakes that they, did back then. Their training in Belarus was said to be learning from mistakes in Ukraine, but it's funny how they're not learning from their mistakes in Ukraine on the front line, but they are learning from their mistakes in Belarus, which makes no sense at all, because the mistakes in Belarus, putting their first advances towards Ukraine, that was their best forces, the Spetsnaz forces and everything. Some of their most professional soldiers with a force of 200,000. And that was already an unarmed force, but they were relying at that point on simply heavy armored support. And it just didn't work. It didn't work then, and it's not going to work again. And people can keep trying to tell me that it's going to work and they're going to learn from their mistakes. But in reality, the equipment that they have now to support a second advance on Ukraine, if that's what they're going for here in Belarus, is where we do know that they are doing some sort of new exercises called Combat Brotherhood here in Belarus. These next days coming up to September, for the 1st of September to the 6th of December, they're going to be doing some more exercises in Belarus. Along that's not exactly only Belarus. That's Russia and Kazakhstan. It's part of their security service. Their SCSTO are going to be conducting drills from the 1st to the 6th. Now, drills being conducted, the 1st to the 6th, you have a standard NATO drill, which is usually about a week or two, right? I mean, it depends on also what kind of NATO drill. They just had one of their largest drills, which took over, I think, a month. And and other drills, that's usually what NATO does is not only they do frequent drills, but they do sometimes longer drills. I mean, they're always drilling, right? And CSTO, the important thing you got to remember by those guys is they don't have the budget to frequently drill together. Not only does Russia not have the manpower or anything at that moment to commit to an exercise, the only exercise they're committed to lately is naval exercises down towards in South Africa and with China, and in the Pacific. They did some training with China. That's the only thing that really got left to be able to do or conduct any training with. You know, also North Korea putting their bid in for is for BRICS, and not only BRICS but CSTO. North Korea had a plane up, and I want to show you guys this because I've never seen a North Korean military plane that was flying over China. It's probably happened before. I've just never seen it in my life. I've not seen a North Korean plane up. You can't tell me that seeing a North Korean plane up is a, you know, a normal sight. You know, you have it right here, and I took the screenshot of it. That's the North Korean flag right there. You know, never ever have I seen a North Korean plane up. It's called the Core 151. I mean, I've never seen a North Korean plane up. I didn't exactly track where it went. All I know is that it went over China in this direction here. Other than that, I don't know if they went to Russia or what they did. You could imagine that they did something like that. I never thought I'd be able to track a North Korean plane, but we did. Part of North Korea now extending their military drills with Russia and China and everything. I mean, you have other things going on, you know. CSTO has conducted drills. When they do conduct drills, it's usually either because they're about to do something stupid or to put on a show of force. And I just heard an explosion here in the background. I think we're still hearing stuff happening here in Dnipro. Oh yeah, there's multiple explosions going on right now in the background here. Possibly in the front line or in Dnipro, we know stuff going on, shelling probably. Now, and that's my understanding of it all. You know, that they're going to be conducting radiation chemical drills along NATO borders, Kazakhstan, Russia, and everything, and they've started to amass forces. Not only do I believe that they're going to use it as a pretext. Now, listen, I still don't believe that they're going to go for Poland. I have very, very, little belief in them going for Poland. You know, because I think that would be very stupid. I think Russia knows that, and not only does Belarus know that. But the only thing we got to think about now is, is the implications that they're, at this point using the nuclear deterrence program. Russia is, and Belarus is using the fact that they have nuclear weapons. Not only are they using that, they're literally, pinning their every success on it, and doing yeah. I mean, it depending. They're doing everything to depend on that, which is crazy, right? I still think it's very much likely for the Ukrainians, the Belarusian Russians and the Brotherhood, CSTO to open up another front in Ukraine. I think it's very much likely for the Russians to open up another front to go for Kyiv. It's a much more durable task than going for NATO. Strategically, it makes a lot more sense. And I'm not saying they're going to be able to do it, but what I'm only noting out here is that they will be able to amass a force that could probably do some damage. And that's my only concern about it. I still think it's much more likely for them to go to Ukraine, but we'll have to see about it. Only time can tell. Let's move on, because I've talked enough about that. Our point right now is that Niger are starting to kick out ambassadors. Now, what does this mean? It means that Niger is about to do something stupid or not. They're not having what the West is saying. They're not accepting anything. What they're doing now is saying, we don't care. We're gonna kick out every single diplomatic there is. We're gonna give it away. We're gonna say, fuck, fuck France, fuck Germany, fuck the U.S. That's what they're doing right now. They're kicking out the ambassadors. They don't want them anymore. Either it's a campaign for kicking out the West, and a so-called decolonization. I just heard another explosion here in Ukraine. Oh, yeah. Ooh. God damn. Ooh. Well, we'll do that. Powerful explosion near a gas station in Bucharest. According to Iranian mass media, one person died, more than 30 injured, more than 30 others were injured. The fire spread of a residential building. Holy shit! Holy shit, that is huge! My god! That's from Flash. No, it's true when it's from Flash. Look at that! Holy shit, that is huge! Powerful explosion at a gas station near Bucharest. It's in Romania. According to mass, one person died, more than 30 others were injured, and the fire spread to residential buildings. The gas stations, they don't just explode. I mean, I get that, it's... I get that it's, gas and gasoline, but in reality, gas stations don't just explode, I mean, unless you drop a match into it. It's on more than Flash. It's all over. Oh yeah, but yeah, I get that. Which I just meant that when Flash says it, you know it happened. Yeah, it's just what I I mean, listen to that explosion. The thing that seems weird about it, it came from the ground, which is the other thing, right? The thing how it just it kind of imploded on itself. The way it exploded is kind of weird as well, That is just weird, isn't it? Do we have any confirms about who did it? Was it a simple mistake? Sorry, well, not a simple mistake, but some kind of spark in the well, I mean, that's my point, gas stations don't sabotage, maybe, yeah, but also point out, gas stations don't just explode, they don't just explode out of nowhere. You check? All right, I'm also checking now then. No, but what I was talking about, Niger we're hearing more explosions in Ukraine. It's going off tonight, guys. More talks from Niger, and they seem to be conducting a non-diplomatic sort of approach to anything they're doing now. They're acting quite irrational in the sense of what we think they are acting irrational. I think they're conducting a decolonization program, saying that we are not willing to, do what the West tells us to do. You gotta give them. It's a powerful statement, but we'll have to see what they're doing. We have a gas network were damaged in Kramatorsk as a result of enemy shelling. The press service of Kramatorsk City Council reports the city council asked consumers not to use gas devices to maintain pressure in the network. And the press services of Donetsk Gobsgas reported that they will inform about the completion of emergency restoration work. Do we think that could have had something to do with the explosion in Romania? The army of the Russian Federation struck Kherson. They hit one of the other Kherson and Kramatorsk explosion just now here. A 30-year-old man was injured, has been taken to a hospital in a moderate condition. Doctor provide the necessary assistance and conduct additional scans. The G7 will support Ukraine for as long as it takes, Trudeau says. Right, great stuff. Canadian presidents are behind Ukraine. Well, I mean, the rest of the world is pretty much rallied behind Ukraine. It seems that the newer U.S. presidents are the only people in the world who seems to be, you know, saying they keep saying we're supporting the American people. We're doing the best for the American people. Yeah, you know, like I'm just saying, you know, your point of doing the best for the American people is letting Russia win, destabilizing the whole fucking region, right? Not only are they gonna have more power than ever, and the lives of an average American person, who's now, by the way, your economy is gonna be fucking ruined by it, right? China and Russia will be able to conduct whatever they wanted as well, become a co-sharing superpower, and the dollar will be dropped. You know, so everything will be fucking worse unless you take out Russia and you put them in their place where the American dollar can then restore itself. You know, you're not gonna be the greatest country on earth anymore if you let Russia take this over. But you know, evening address of the president of Ukraine, Vladimir Zelensky. Yesterday, a disaster occurred in the skies, Summit region. 3 pilots died. We actually have the images here of these crashes of these Ukrainian pilots here. 3 Albatross planes that crashed. We should have some images of that. Wreckage has begun to be removed at the crash sites. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. 2 L-39 Albatross training at the light ground attack aircraft on Ukrainian Air Force, which was collided yesterday in the region, resulting in the death of 3 pilots in the F-16 flight program, including Major Andriy Polshkny, and also known as call sign Juicy. All right. Yeah, that right there is a shame. Saying 2 explosions? Now they're saying 2 explosions? Well, I just read a report here from Flash stating that there's been damage to the gas station networks. I think people are using, and as far as I know, we're all getting it from Russia, and those pipelines from Russia is running under Ukraine, or from Ukraine into the west, into Eastern Europe and every single other country. So after my understanding, the damage, if it happens in Ukraine, could have damaged what happens here in Romania. So maybe there's some kind of result of that. I mean, we'll have to look into it, you know. But look at this. Yeah. That's one hell of a crater right there. Yeah, this is sad. It happens. You know, I mean, I don't know why it happened. Maybe these pilots got a little too eager to get done with the training, or there was a mechanical mistake, or there was, you know, you can never really know. There's gonna probably be a report about why it happened, so as we know right now. An explosion followed by fire liquefied petrol. I can't read that. Gas station in the town of Kyiv, Romania. Another explosion followed and a surprise rescue on the front line. 26 firefighters were injured. 1 fatality so far. I sent my condolences to the grieving. So the funny thing about this video is, and that's also what weirded me out a bit, is that in the background, before this happened, right, there's a fire, right? So it seems to me that there's a fire here, right, that's gone off, or a fire or an explosion. Holy shit. What the fuck is even happening tonight? It's just going off in Ukraine. Refreshing getting that news. But it weirds me out here. There's a fire back here of some kind of auto explosion or a fire. And I think this fire right here or something could have, if it was an explosion, could have damaged something near this and then caused a spark in the petrol to then this happening. Because the weird thing about here is that there's already law enforcement that was there before this explosion. So either they knew it was going to happen, or something was happening meanwhile this happened. So I think the second explosion happened before this explosion right here. I think the second explosion happened before that explosion, because there was already fire in the background there. Holy shit, there's stuff going on in the background here in Ukraine. You can hear it here. Let's turn this one on. Don't know why I wanted to do that. That doesn't make a difference. Updates on explosion. Romania, 46 injured, including 8 intubated. 26 firefighters affected and 1 fatality reported after the incident. The gas station images and further updates on the situation. Holy shit. What the fuck is even, we got another video here. Was that when the, holy shit, it looks like a fucking, look at a fucking nuke or something. Look at that. The whole screen is just, holy shit. That is fucking bright. Well, if you got able to see, look away. That is fucking huge. I mean, I've seen it far away, you get the effect of it, but looking at that, holy shit, that is huge. Looking far up close, look at that. You gotta get your ass out of there. You don't want to get that stuff on your fucking faces. That petrol right there is falling from the sky or something. I mean, look at that. Ooh, right there. Look at that. Look at the screen right here. Oh, fucking man. It's in Romania, Rose. Romania. Oh, DV, okay. Ask. That is fucking insane right there. I've no idea. As of right now, guys, I've no idea what caused this. Welcome in, Rose. You might want to get catched up. There's multiple explosions happening here in the background in Ukraine right now as we're talking. If you go back, I was talking about some other stuff. I mean, there's not really a lot I've been talking about. I've just been talking about Ukrainian advances and secret meeting by the Ukrainian forces when they reset the front line. Again, I'll repeat myself here. They did have a secret meeting on the Ukrainian-Polish border where they reset their tactics, and I said, you know, that they needed to reorganize, and that's exactly what they did. They reset their tactics, and it actually worked. No idea yet, Rose. I mean, what I can see of it, and me analyzing this right here, something happened at this gas station beforehand, because if you can see, before the explosion happened, explosions happen right there. There's already a fire right there. And there's already law enforcement and firefighters at the area. So something happened that either damaged the gas station or something nearby that allowed fire to get near the gas station and into the tanks, and possibly the whole propane or the whole petrol gas inside of that just lit up, you know, caused a huge explosion. So what I believe that something happened. What happened before that, no idea. You know, I don't know why there's a fire here, what happened. There's been, I'm not going to sit here and point this out and say this is what happened, guys, but there's been multiple stories of Romanian people being able to see Russian drones flying over their borders, near their borders and near the front lines. And there's even Romanian people that's taken videos of Russian drones flying right on their border and then hitting Ukrainian targets and Ukrainian ports. Now, I don't know where this happened. It happened near Bucharest, so let's check where Bucharest is. I'm not exactly fluent on my Romanian geographic knowledge. Exactly the most fluent guy on that. Now, Budapest is Hungary, and Bucharest is... Oh, Bucharest is the fucking That's the capital. No, it's not. Is it? No, no, no. Wait. Oh yeah, it is. Bucharest is the capital. I didn't even know the fucking capital. My bad, guys. Yeah, my bad. It's the capital. Yeah, Bucharest, Romania. It's pretty far from the Ukrainian border. It's very far. It happened near the area, somewhere along that. It happened very far from. It's quite far from the Ukrainian border here. I mean, unless the Russians launched something that then flew all the way across here and landed over here. If that, I doubt that. And if it's something that just happened because of effects of something happening in Ukraine, we didn't know that there was something with the gas line situation happening in Ukraine, and there's actually been a ban on pumping stations right now. So there's maybe something happening in the area doing the program that's coming from Russia inside to Ukraine. Well, they're not really, but yeah, you get it. That's a shot right there. Can't believe I didn't know that Bucharest was the, Can't believe I didn't know that Bucharest was the fucking capital of Romania. My bad. Well, no, I know. Yeah. Well, no, I know. I've heard about it. I didn't think it was a fucking capital. I thought... Yeah, never mind. Doesn't matter. I mean, it wasn't anywhere near the front, is what we know of, so... I mean, not the front. It wasn't anywhere near the border, is what we know of, so... We'll have to wait and see on the situation here as it unfolds, if it's anything to be completely worried about. Is there any other reports on it right now? We don't really know. After an explosion at a gas station in Crivdia, Romania, killed 1 person and wounded 6 others. A second explosion took place while firefighters were trying to put it out. The flames, wounding 26 of them. The cherry on the top, mayor says the gas station was functioning illegally. Oh. The gas station was functioning illegally. So, the fire we saw in the video... Oh, well, there you are, DV. You're good. DV is alright. No, he lives in the other end. I know. It was 2 explosions, I know. The first explosion, the first thing we saw in the video is from the first explosion. It appears that the second explosion just happened after the other one. So something faulty was happening at that gas station. It appears to me that something faulty was happening at that gas station. They weren't conducting it right, probably.
100% мы победим. Мы на Украине закончим и дальше пойдем в те страны, где оскорбляют священный Коран.
Okay, so Kadyrov threatens to invade Denmark and Sweden. If you don't know who that is, that's the leader of Kazakhstan. I'm so worried. Anyways, massive blast near liquefied natural gas site. Some people are saying here, massive blast near liquefied natural gas site in Bucharest, Romania. Liquefied natural... oh, yeah, alright. What the fuck? What the fuck? You're thinking accident? I don't even think I can show this video here. No, I probably can't. Yeah, it's probably like... I'll share it on my channel if you guys want to go watch it. That's hilarious. I can say what it is. It's a fucking guy, Russian training of a guy, yeah. Like 2 tanks of gas that exploded. Oh, okay. Oh, alright. Jesus. I would just wonder what happened with it. That's my point, you know? Well, I guess stuff happens. 18 minutes ago, 6 Tu-95s on linear airbase and 1 Tu-95 happened, took off their, alright, so guys, there's 6 Tu-95s up right now, from your linear airbase. Possibly what we heard here, I mean, takes them a little bit to get to the launch zones as far as I know off. Yeah, yeah. 1 dead. There's multiple wounded. Among those wounded are firefighters. Now, that's all right. I wasn't laughing at the people dead. No. I wasn't laughing at the people dead. I was laughing at the video there. No, that's not at the video of the explosions. No, I was not. Okay. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have laughed as I was talking about dead people, and that's not what I didn't laugh at the dead people. That's not what I'm to do. My bad. That's not what I meant to do. My bad. A few years ago, Russia. Oh, okay. I'm gonna watch that one right there. I think it's better to be a dictator than gay. President Lukashenko of Belarus. Wow. Alright, let's throw my flights right here. Well, that's unfortunate. Accidents happen. I don't know what we can do about this right now. There'll probably be more videos of the damage that occurred. We'll probably get that later. I mean, right now we can only imagine the damage. And we'll have to assess the situation later on. It's probably out there. They're also staying right now. You're back? Alright. We got 2 Russian cargo planes up right now. Taken off from... that has taken off from China. We have... 1 Airbus from Moscow taking off. Holy shit. Yeah, there we go again, guys. More explosions in the background here. It's hard to know if that was from Russia or Ukraine. I'm not that much of an expert that I can go. That was that. I'm not that much of an expert. We do have a doomsday plane over USA. We have a US doomsday plane up. Not much else up. We have a bunch of tankers next to that. Yeah, a bunch of tankers. There's some big explosions happening here in the background tonight. What's going on in the background there? There's more rumbling going on there. Is that Air Force One? That is Air Force One right there. Yep, we got Air Force One up, guys. Makes sense. There's a there's a Air Force 2 is in the back of it, just tailing it there. There's a doomsday plane pretty near where that yeah, the Air Force 1 is in Nebraska, and we got a doomsday plane in Kansas. Pretty far between, but they're there next to each other. We have back. Fair enough. Welcome back. Yeah, Air Force 2 and Air Force 1 alongside a Doomsday plane. Usually those things are correlating with each other as they do travel in, how would you put it, packs. We have some T-38s, some tankers. Not a lot of air activity over the U.S. right now. We have a second. No, that's just a. Oh, that's a Boeing 737. Also, some command something landing in Washington, Andrews possibly. Looks like presidential plane right there. It's owned by Sun City Majors. Yeah, it's supposed to. I see. All right. Well, TV, that sounds bad. Well, we'll obviously get the whole assessment of what happened. Probably not get it before later, but as of right now, we'll just note that it happened, and we'll get images of it later on. Nothing much we can do right now about it. I am sad to hear that because of the actions of a few idiots who decided it was a good idea to run an illegal gas station and not take proper precautions when it came to running it. Some good firefighters and people not only have been injured, there's been a death toll. And that's always a annoying thing to know that, you know, people are so ignorant that they are willing to in cost of being able to just make money. They're so willing to do everything in their power to just make money, to even put people's lives at danger, which is what they've done here. They have put lives at danger. According to American tradition, a piano is burned in honor of fallen pilots. Call sign is ship number of written on today, and today they also said goodbye to Ukrainian pilots with the call sign Juzi Minka Prokashny, who died in the civil region. There we have it. They're look at this. So they're burning up a piano. This is a what appears to be a military tradition. Yeah, I don't know, which, you know, that's one of the things of, not only in cost to just make some dirty money, you want to put people's life in danger, and, you know, that's not a unfunny thing, you know, it's a very serious situation, you know, because, you know, as we've seen right there, that's the consequences of what happens when you don't take proper care of things. As long as they're not running a nuclear power plant. We know what happens when idiots run nuclear power plants. We'll rewatch this video here, and we'll take a minute silence. We'll take a minute and 39-second silence here. Just for the fallen of heroes. 1 second here. Once. Alright, I will get on that once I just had something coming up here. God. Yeah, we'll watch this. Alright. This is gonna be very patriotic. Be prepared to cry, guys. Be prepared to cry. We will turn down the sound here in the background as well. Turn that off for a minute here. We will hold some silence for the Ukrainian pilots that put down their lives to protect, serve. Okay. Starting, we hold the silence, we hold it now. There we go. Very emotional. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's hard to express your feelings about something online. I'm not a very emotional kind of person, but you know, for those who put down their lives, so I don't have to live in a world of tyranny. You know, Putin being a tyrant, put their life down, so I don't have to live in a world that that's ruled by people like him. And that's what they did. Even though it wasn't in combat, it still stands as a sort of, how would you put it, a stance of honor and a stance of willingness to not only learn what they would have done in Ukraine. We know that they would have done great. So that right there might have been the most cringiest thing I've done, but I felt like it was necessary. Yeah, and in fact, no, I don't think it was cringe. I think it was necessary. I think it was good. I think it was alright. You know, I think it was alright. So, on with the news. We're going to turn you down here in a second here, so we can get a little bit quietness here, so we can get on with it. Now, there's still a lot going on around the world. It was nice. Well, thank you. Yes, it was. I felt like it was necessary. It was necessary. The Russian citizens were reportedly killed early in the town of Shnikia within the Belgorod region of western Russia after a drone crossed the border and dropped explosives, resulting in the person to suffer fatal injuries due to shrapnel. Well, reap what you sow is my saying to that. Reap what you sow. That's what happens. was that? Denis Bierschnich defeated Anthony Yiknik and retained a championship belt, the first word of champion, to honor a memory of our defender. So it's Ukrainian that won against a another fighter. Great job, dude. Great job. Yeah, it's just an all-around great day for you, for Ukraine. Great month. Great past few days, I would put it out. The amount of support's coming out from the West, from everywhere. Slava Ukraine. That's where we're gonna leave it, right? Yeah, I'm still a little worried about this 6 Tu-95s coming in from Ukraine. I have no idea if we already heard what they did, but you know, if they're getting close to the launch zone, usually is in the Caspian Sea. Yeah, not a lot of air activity going on over the U.S. It is Saturday, so I wouldn't see that as a big thing. Seeing that, you know, normal Saturday doesn't really have a lot of air activity. Now, let's see. A truck carrying 20,000 vodka bottles crashed in Russia. The residents nearby came out and took all the vodka. Some even started drinking it at the crash site. Oh, this is so Russian. This is so Russian. Is this now? I don't even care if it's. I don't even care if it's from now. It's so fucking Russian, isn't it? You know? It doesn't look like it was filmed, you know, today.
Водку спасали из последних сил. Кто побогаче, не жалея подвески личного автотранспорта через поля и овраги, летел к разбившейся фуре. Багажники забивали бутылками до отказа. У кого машины нет, двинулись в пеший поход. Но отдельного внимания, конечно, заслуживают герои, чьих слабых сил покинуть место драматических событий не хватило. Удобно устроившись на груди битвы стекла, они самоотверженно истребляли пострадавшую водку прямо тут, не отходя от фуры.
Думали, авария, крупное ДТП, голову отвернули, думали, ну сейчас что-то страшное. На самом деле смешно оказалось. Подъезжаем, смотрим, перевернулся, и что тут загорелся.
I know you didn't understand what she said, but I can pretty much translate what they're saying. Love vodka and Russia. That's what she
Фура
said.
и вот столько водки.
Yeah.
Наверное, праздник случился в селе. Мало перекопной, видите, жители грузят машины, еле уезжают.
Это спасательная операция без
You ever
сомнения.
noticed how Russians, when you ask them about a question, say a lot of stuff, and only about 10% of what they actually say is correlating towards the actual situation. You know?
Продолжалось бы и сегодня. Во всяком случае, запасов точно хватило бы. Село Перекопное на то и малое, что живет в нем, согласно переписи, всего-навсего 604 человека.
Holy shit, he's gonna... Look at that. I mean, that's a lot of fucking vodka, dude.
Они могли бы, рискуя жизнью и здоровьем, утилизировать до Нового года. Но
They're
накануне
in the fucking
выхваченные
roadster.
весельем
Somebody
дома
fucking came down
постучался
and licked that
участковый,
bottle up,
искал
probably.
свидетелей и соучастников кражи того самого алкоголя, что без следа...
Look at the streets, by the way. This is recorded in Russia. This is not in Africa. Look at the roads. What people call a first world country.
Но накануне выхваченные весельем
called
дома
a first
постучался
world
участковый,
country.
искал свидетелей и
For the longest time, people called this fucking country a world first world. Look at the fucking roads.
участников кражи того самого
It's just
алкоголя,
mud.
что
It's not
бесследно
fucking
исчез
roads.
посреди федеральной трассы несколько дней назад.
We have one more big fire.
Приходили, да, я говорю,
Oh
ребят,
shit.
проходи.
Let's go down that. We'll get it this way right here. Some more important stuff here. You got the link, DV? Could you send me on Twitter? Could you send me the Oh, okay. All right. All right. Do you happen to have the tweet there, DV? Could I see it? I also maybe just search it up. But yeah, I mean, it's you call Russia a fucking first world country for the longest time. See the fucking roads in Russia. It's fucking. I mean, so ridiculous. Now it's becoming a bit, you know. Ammo deposit in Romania. No results. Probably not. Damn. We have flash up on it. Yeah, I don't really see anything about it there. Do you have... No. Maybe Ice Defenders posted something. I have a link, but it's in Romanian language. Was there a video? I don't really care about the language. I can translate that. Can I get the... is there a video on it? Searching for it? Alright. I mean, who did you hear it from? Because I'm not really seeing anything. Probably going to come up soon, though. I'm not really seeing anything about it, though. In Sumy region, during the day, the Russian carried out 26 shellings on border territories and settlement. 147 explosions were recorded in Isman community, and Euro bombardment was carried out from a helicopter. National People's Army. As a result of the shelling, a grain storage warehouse was damaged. Holy shit. That's probably what we're hearing. It's been a big day for Ukraine today in terms of explosion. There's been, I mean, 147 explosions were recorded. Sumy region. I don't know what the fuck they got to do with Sumy region, you know? If I on Google News or anywhere. Well, it might have just been people saying it, you know. You never really know about people. They may just hear something and then put it out there. You don't really know. Alright, what you got? Let's see. This time, okay, let me just get that on. Sorry. On English, can I get that? On English, please. All right, new fire. Krivida Dambovita. This time, a plastic warehouse. It's a plastic warehouse near an armaments factory. It's a plastic warehouse near an armaments factory. The authorities have activated the red intervention plan and the white plan for multi-victim intervention. Oh. There's an image of it here. I can't really see much from it. I can't really verify anything of that, but we'll right. Flash. He's saying it's from Flash. Hey, is he saying it's from Flash? Like the Flash guy? Well, maybe I just want to point out then maybe this guy is talking about the first explosion. No, a new fire. And you sure he isn't talking about the first explosion that happened 17 minutes ago? All right. Well, the other explosions, these ones were 56 minutes ago, so no. Well, this guy likes to post on fucking fires. Flash scenes in the front. All right. All right. All right. Yeah, all right. Well, we'll keep an eye on it. See if anything pops up. Wow. A lot of explosions happening in Romania tonight. I mean, you almost at this point you'd think something was happening. Because I mean, it's one thing to have one explosion. It's another to have 3 explosions at fucking once, you know. From a sort that I trust on Facebook. It's not about... Alright, fair enough. Alright then. Well, it appears that we have about 3 fires or 3 explosions in total. Or fires or explosions or of some sort that's been happening or happening in Romania as we're speaking here. You know, at this point, you'd almost think that something was you know, someone or something was making these things occur. I mean, I'm just, you know, at this point wondering what is happening, because, you know, it's one thing to have one explosion that then occurs so that another explosions happen, right? But it's another thing to have 3 explosions in one night, and one being nowhere near the first one or the first 2 ones. Or, you know, in the area, but not specifically near it, you know? Wow. Whoa. Go get them, boys. Nope. A video thing? Alright. Well, send it on over. You got it? Send it. Oh, here we go. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, would you look at that? This is 2 hours ago, guys. Russian using thermobaric rockets against Ukraine. This is 2 hours ago. Look at this. Boom, 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 boom. I think I've seen them use this one before in Kyiv. I'm pretty sure I saw a video live when a rocket hit that looked exactly like this run right here. But look at that. Boom, 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 boom. This guy's just... I mean, either it's the explosions hitting him backwards, or he's just very shocked as to what's going on here. Because, holy shit! I mean, that's, you know, that looks fucking huge right there. Look at that! Absolutely bombarded the shit out of them. This is what Russia does, guys. This is what Russia does. This is fucking, you know, fucking terrible. Fucking idiots. Fucking idiots. They're so annoying. You know, they always figure some kind of way to do some stupid shit, you know? We may have a video here. So this is from DV, the resident in Romania. Maybe I should show you the video instead of making it on my own screen. So here we have a video. Supposed to fire here in Romania. Look at that. That is. Is there plastic, by the way? If it's a plastic factory, that's, you know, not very healthy for you. What's the time in? Time in Romania right now. Okay. So this was recorded 2 minutes ago. Is the time in Romania? Is it? So Romania is on Ukrainian time zone, or they're in the same time zone. So it's, so this video right here was recorded, as you can see, 2 minutes. I'm doing it. 0028. That was 2 minutes. Right. It's 2 minutes ago. Holy shit. I mean, what the fuck is even going on? Look at that. That's fucking huge. What the fuck is going on? I mean, there's 3 explosions in one night. I mean, what the fuck? Is it sabotage? I mean, what the fuck is going on here? Look at this. Mass plastic. That says plastic right there. I don't really Romanian, but what does this say? DV, can you translate that, or I suspect it's in Romanian. I don't know. Look at that right there. That is fucking huge. I mean, look how fucking fast it's going as well. That is, I mean, if it's plastic as well, it's highly fucking toxic. Oh, you said it. All right. The fire started from the first fire that we saw. They're really close to each other. That's what the descriptions say. Oh, shit. I mean, holy shit, guys. 3 explosions, one in one night. It doesn't correlate to me. It means that either they're doing something stupid, you know, or someone is doing something stupid. Because, I mean, we haven't heard of any explosions as such caused by anybody, you know, but all we've heard of right now is yeah, you know. Not good. Nuts. Not good. I mean, listen. If another fire starts, we gotta start wondering if this is a correlated attacks happening in Romania here. Some kind of saboteur attacks. The first one, I read it wrong, but they are really close. I'm sorry. So it's not started from the first one. So it's not one big fire. They're really close to each other, but whatever cost, it's near Bucharest, it appears, just outside the city in Crevida and Dambovita. There we go. That's pronounced correctly. Crevida and Dambovita. Just outside Bucharest. And for anybody who doesn't know, and I didn't know, Bucharest is the capital of Romania. I pride myself on being pretty good at geography, but I didn't even fucking know that Bucharest was the capital of Romania. So I've let myself down today, but we'll overcome. We'll overcome it. You know, it's not the worst thing that I could have done. not too versed on my Romanian geography. Listen, I don't even know half. Yeah, you know. It's just you don't really hear much from Romania, do you? But tonight we are hearing a lot from Romania. Other than that, you just don't really hear a lot happening in Romania. I mean, I know a lot is happening. I just, well, why? You know, I just don't really hear a lot. All right, fair enough with you. We do have some doomsday planes up here in the USA alongside Air Force One and Air Force Two. They're up here. There you go. Appears that Air Force One is heading back maybe towards Washington. That would make most sense. We have a Air Force Two somewhere in between here. We got a doomsday plane down here. We got tankers in the area. Yeah, so really a lot of stuff happening all over the place. If it would be an attack or sabotage by Romania, that's hard to answer. I don't really know. I mean, Romania, actually, there's no strategic meaning of attacking Romania other than, you know, other than them being the least strongest of, well, I would actually argue that Romania is quite stronger than many of the Baltic and countries like Hungary and Slovakia. So really, I mean, strategically, it doesn't make a lot of sense. And you also got a country in between. You know, got Moldova right in between Romania. And by the way, they're not anywhere near Romania. So attacking Romania right now would probably be pretty stupid. But you know, accidents happen. You know, shows fires, but which ones? Oh, I just don't really care about that. I don't really care about that fire satellite map. Listen, I've had a lot of people be very mad at me because I said I didn't care about that. I don't know, guys. I don't really care about that whole. Unless I see a video of it, I'm like, you know. By the way, you know, DV lives in Romania, so I'm pretty, you know, I trust the factor if he says that this is on social media right now. We do have another video here from DV, rolling in with the videos here tonight. Hate Twitter does that. You got a big screen here. There you go. This is supposed to be the second fire after already there being two fires pretty close by. One of them was caused a massive explosion at a gas station. Now we don't know if the explosion at the gas station could have caused this fire. It was a pretty big explosion. Maybe there was some kind of, you know, debris that went over here. You know, making plastic can be quite a flammable process. So doing all this could be, you know, not only the reason why, but, you know, looking at this right here, it's a very big fire. You know, you can just see the smoke up here. It's hard to guard. It's quite hard to get the grasp of how big it is, but it is, to me, it looks pretty big. Is that explosion? Wait, was that? What's going on in the background there? Some kind of explosion happening? Or some kind of big thing happening back there, sound like. The second fire was not caused by the first one. Alright. Well, as far as we know, DV, that's the best source we got right now as to what's going on here. You know, locals are the best source you have right now when it comes to it. You know, when you come to videos out of Romania here. Well, thank you very much, DV. Great source there, thank you. Yeah, I mean, listen, I have no idea what's going on here. I will have to wait and see, you know, if this is something, a planned attack or something like that. We cannot confirm here at the moment as to what is actually happening. I wish I could, but you know, there's been no reports of drones or anything. Although I will say that Russia has conducted extreme amount of explosions and attacks along here in Ukraine today alone. So, you know, as far as we know of right now, the amount of UAVs and rockets and things that Russia has fired off today alone, you know, the amount of things that could have gone wrong. And you're talking about Russia here. I'm not saying that that's what's happening, you know, but when you got free fires that's cost in one day alone, you got to start to wonder, you know, I'm hearing more booms here in the background. You got to start to wonder if something, you know, has gone wrong. Or if it's simply a sabotage, or if it's something like that. I mean, we cannot answer that right now. We'll have to we'll probably get the answer sooner or later, right? Wouldn't be the first time a rocket steered into another country. Although the first time, Poland was not Russia. It was actually a Ukrainian missile that veered off course, as far as we know of, you know. So there was a media report earlier today, and I want to bring it up because I did see it. I think it was a German media, was talking about every evidence pointing towards Ukraine standing behind the sabotage on the Nord Stream pipeline. Now, the only thing for me that's a bit conflicted about that is just how unimaginably hard it would have been for Ukraine to, first of all, get to that line. Because, first of all, where it happened here, you know, in the Baltics. It happened here. Just outside here. I think it's right here. Now, you have Kaliningrad here, right? And there's Russia at that time, especially, and still could have pulled that off. But for Ukraine to do that, not only would they have had to figure out some second fire is close to 100 meters from the ammo definition. Yeah, shit. Or is it? Holy shit, that's not good, DV. I mean, let's hope it doesn't spread, right? I mean, first of all, Ukraine would have had some special forces or somebody would have had to take, you know, special diving equipment from Ukraine to the Baltics. You'd had to smuggle through not only diving equipment, but if they did it with a bomb, they would have had to get a bomb through Poland and into the Baltics, right? I'm not really sure what media source. I just saw it on my media source. You know, the Danish one pulled it up, and I was stunned reading it. But I'll try and see if I can get it. You know, it just seems very unlikely by the way, I just want to point out a Danish man went into space today. It's quite a proud day for Denmark. We'll gloss back to that probably later. The president of a football club or something like that has, I don't know if it, yeah, I think it was a football club, has apparently been fucking, you know, apparently got kicked or suspended because he kissed a girl after they won. I mean, I don't know why or what happened right there. I've got no idea, but all right. So 1 second here, guys. Just trying to see if I can find it. Putin, for the decree for a incoming thread. Can't find it here, guys. All I know is that it came up, and I can't find it right now because there's no search engine on this stupid app right here, so I can't really find it. But we'll have to, doesn't fucking matter. Well, it doesn't fucking matter. I mean, all I know is that it would have taken Ukraine an impossible task to not only get, this was in the start of the war. Ukraine didn't have the capabilities to go from Ukraine through Poland, which was probably the only country they could have gone through to get there, into the Baltic Sea with not only, diving equipment or some kind of special bomb. There was need to get a boat, and you're telling me that nobody saw anything of a bunch of Ukrainians moving through custom controls, and into the ocean, Oh, shit. What you said, DV? The second, you said 150 million. Let's hope this fire doesn't spread, guys. I mean, if it does, we could have a serious situation here on our hand. Didn't blow up I think we did, the USA. Well, I mean, listen, I doubt that the U.S. blew up a pipeline. I think Russia very much was behind that. I think Russia, being pretty much the only people who could have gone there and done it in the dead of night or something like that, I think they could have been the only ones who... Holy shit. Because also, the pipeline that was blown up came from Russia. It was a Russian-made pipeline. It was a natural gas pipeline, and Russia was the only one with the access to it. And they were the only one who could have sailed over it without raising any suspicion. I mean, it's possible that the U.S. did it, but, let's not throw around accusations here. You didn't hear anything about it? Yeah. Doesn't matter, guys. It doesn't matter. I just want to bring it up that I heard people say Ukraine did it. I mean, I doubt Ukraine did it. I just want to say that. Holy shit right now, guys. I mean, it is getting pretty serious here in Ukraine tonight. Lots of explosions here. You can hear the background here. That was definitely an explosion. Why can you not stay live, please? Can you stay live? These ones are not alive. Well, they are live. They're just a few seconds behind. Sorry. This one doesn't even want to stay live because he doesn't want to. The Donetsk region are now turning on their air raid systems here. There's huge explosions here tonight. Air sirens is going off here, probably in Donetsk. Then it appears that they are focusing their attacks along here in Kramatorsk. You hearing anything else, Stevie? You hearing anything? Just those talking about it. We got another one here. Oh. I was watching it. I can't believe I didn't see that. So we were actually able to see the flash from that explosion on the stream. Can't believe I didn't see that. Dead of night or something like that. I think they could have been the only ones who dead of night or something like that. I think they could big have flash there came in. Something like that. I think they could have been the only ones who just after the explosion. Holy shit! Come on. Hear myself talk. The pipeline that I like how I went. I like how I went just straight on. I think they could have been the only ones who. Oh god. All right. Yeah, it's happening here again here. I mean, we'll keep an eye here in Donetsk is certainly where things are happening. Keep an eye here in Donetsk, guys. Is that also Donetsk? No, that's Odessa right there. Is that Donetsk? Oh, there's Odessa camp right there. Is that Odessa or Donetsk? Do we have any Donetsk camps over here? May have some camps. It's all from Donetsk over here. Just keep your eyes around it. And then there's a fast car here. Yeah, that's what we needed. Fast car to fly for, right? Because that makes sense. Right. It's happening? Everything's happening, Spider. Everything. We're having explosions in Romania, or fires. There's massive explosions happening in there's massive explosions happening here in Ukraine. I mean, all kinds of shit happening all over the place. I mean, a massive amount. We are having explosions, fires, and massive explosions here happened earlier. You can go back in the video, check. You know, Niger's on the move. Belarus and everybody's on the move. They're now holding drills in Belarus, combat, yeah, blah blah blah. Everything's happening. A lot of happening. The effects are near the Amid is under control now. Oh, fair enough. Good shit. All right. Well, that's good, DV. That's good. Belarus and okay, so I have a post here from Jack Straw earlier today. Belarus and Russia are forced to take retaliatory measures. This is from earlier today as well. Belarus and Russia are forced to take retaliatory measures to context of NATO's active near the border of United States. Deputy Russian Federation Defense Minister Gormachek, the ice some M tactical complex capable of using nuclear missile has been handed over to the Belarusian side. Some of Belarusian has been converted to the possible use of nuclear weapons. Russian Deputy Defense Minister Viktor Grubara. Fuck yeah, that's what's going on, you know? That's one thing that's going on as well. I mean, that's the thing we already knew, but the ice canter systems as well, right? Russian are also seen to have now today as well have using thermobaric rockets against Ukraine. You know, which is, yeah. They don't make it easy, do they? They don't make it easy. You know? They don't make it easy. Gun and service, in a total 36 of these were transferred from Lithuania. Oh, look at that. An A40 millimeter Bofors L70 automatic gun is in service with the armed forces of Ukraine. Total 36 of these were transferred from Ukraine. They're back. Fair enough. Check that out. Come a long way since the World War II ones. Holy shit! Fucking Christ, guys. Jesus fucking Christ. Fucking Christ again. What the fuck? I mean, this has gone on all night tonight. The retaliation for the British? I mean, what are they doing? I mean, I hope it's the Ukrainians smashing the shit out of the Russians. But for as far as I know, Kramatorsk, which is on the Ukrainian side, and we know that there was some Tu-95s up. E46 is outside of Nebraska. Yeah, I saw that, Spidey. Yep. Thanks. I have noticed that, yes. Thunderstorm and flash. I saw a flash in the sky on the camera you have on the screen earlier. Oh, this? Yeah, there's thunderstorms in Belarus. I mean, that's not a thunderstorm right there, though. I just want to point that out, that's not a thunderstorms. One hell of a thunderstorm if it is. I mean, I'd be very worried for the Ukrainians if that was the thunderstorm they were having over there, because then I'd almost start worrying, you know, if that's going to be a new threat. You know? Massive explosions in the area of high command of the Sudan armed forces in the presidential palace in the capital of Sudan. Kogan media reported massive explosions there. Well, did you expect something else? There you go. Expect it. Sudan. That's also quite huge right there. I mean, that is beyond huge. Oh. Alright, DV. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, it's happening here in Donetsk. You're gonna keep your eyes on this. Yeah, I keep forgetting. It's happening here in Donetsk. We're probably alongside Kramatorsk, it appears. They're really going at it. God damn.
And the whole world tonight is the eve of the 550th day since the full-scale Russian invasion has started. And we keep standing, and Ukraine is fighting. Because of the strength, you'll see the strength
There's a video from Zelensky here. I am tempted to show it. I may just show it a little bit later. So we got other stuff going on right now. What is it? If Ukraine makes it a bit more, a few more kilometers right now, this is the last few kilometers that the Russians have before having to before the fight gets really, really dangerous. Because when you get, past the defenses that the Russians have laid down, the Russians now being a very unexperienced army, at this point, they're still, experienced, but in the fact that they're unexperienced is that they keep, adding unexperienced soldiers to it. The training is very limited and the equipment is very limited. When you have all that combined, fighting on an open field in Ukraine, pretty much a flat country then, When Ukraine makes it a bit further, they only have about a few kilometers to make it now. Get beyond, the trenches, then when you are on the offensive and not the defensive, if you are on the offensives and you're fighting against an enemy that has nowhere to hide, it's going to be very hard to be the defensive because you're just going to have to hide in bushes. But when you are the enemy, that's being pushed so much by a more superior army with superior weapons, you're going to get fucked up. So the plan right now is to push through that line and completely sever the Russian line is my thing. I think the idea is to sever the Russian line, cut off them from Kherson, and then push in from that side, then put in a amphibious assault from Kherson, and then push the Russians out of Kherson completely and parts of Zaporizhia. I think their idea is to break the line here, cut off supplies from here. Then the only way they're going to be supplied from is from Crimea. As we all know, that's going to be impossible because the bridge is resting. So that these army right here already undersupplied is going to be so fucking undersupplied, that they're going to be fighting against an army that is completely supplied and has superior weapons, and they're going to be pushing from not only this side but that side. Is that explosion there? Holy shit, is that explosions? Is that explosions right there? What's that? Look at that. Yeah, look at that. Look. Boom, boom, boom. This is those thermobaric bombs right there. Look at that. That's in Moscow. It's in Moscow. What? How's that? How's this in Moscow? In Moscow, Russia. Why are there explosions in Moscow? Look at that. What is that? Air defenses? Maybe air defense. That's in Moscow. What the fuck? I mean, that's in Moscow right there, guys. I actually did not know that OV Media had put up Moscow, but good on him. Did they blink themselves? Maybe it's air defense. I mean, maybe Ukrainians are putting back, I mean, I don't know what that was, but it looked like one of those thermobaric bombs right there. I mean, it certainly didn't look like nothing. Could have been on a camera, just some kind of interference or something. Maybe it's air defense. I mean, I'll be honest. It's also quite foggy in the area right there, but I don't really know what the fuck's going on. fuck? Miss hitting the camera lens? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'd imagine it's a fog hitting the camera. It's quite foggy. The way it looked like, it just looked like the explosions, you know, those thermogenic bombs. I really like it if they did it to themselves. That'd be funny. I mean, I'm just thinking about if somebody else was doing it to them, you know, namely Wagner, but that's just my opinion. I mean, it looked like those thermogenic bombs, but let's be honest, it probably wasn't. I mean, that's in Moscow right there. It's, what? Videos, evidence, or allegedly shaking incident. I used to watch cameras while working in security. Look similar? Oh, fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough. It's just, maybe it was just my hoping brain, Ocean. You know, maybe it was just my brain hoping. Probably just my brain hoping. I mean, I didn't think it was explosions. I just my brain going like, come on, you know? Yeah, it looked like it, right? You good there, Timothy? You doing okay? What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? I mean, I don't want to point any fingers at that, but what the fuck was that intro there, Timothy? Goddamn. What the fuck was that? That's a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot, you know? It's cool. It's cool. You know, it was a lot. It's just a lot. You got to put your thing on the chat, Ocean. If you don't have the to see all messages on, Ocean. Fair enough, Timothy. It's a strong, you know, it's a strong entrance. I'll give you that. It's a very, very strong entrance. You know, you came in guns blazing. Like, you know, you are an American, aren't you? You came in guns blazing. Pow, pow, pow. Gotcha, gotcha. If you ever wonder if I'm American, I'm American. Not about me, but you know. do 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 do. You know it. Hey, yeah, I know it. Pow. Down with it. Oh yeah. Yeah, you know I'm American. How do you know you're American? When you simply don't give a fuck what people think about you. What's up, Luigi? Did you finally, did you get some more rats? Oh, Timothy. You know my thoughts on you posting nukes talks. I don't want that nuke talk, Timothy. You know it. No nuke talk, guys. It ain't even funny. My point is here, there's not a nukes flying, but there's a lot of bombs flying. Premiere of Rick and Morty. What did you say? The tip 15 premiere of Rick and Morty? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Are you pulling my fucking leg right now? You're good, Timothy. I just, that's what's going on in Ukraine right there, guys. Dog and Marty? No, it's not. Listen, people always say they took off the Back to the Future. Rick and Morty do it so much better. I don't want to shit on Back to the Future movies, but I just want to say, I like the series a lot more. But I will say, Back to the Future was brilliant movies. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna get so much hate for that. Rick and Morty. So it's season 7. Fuck off. Jesus Christ. A lot of... Oh yeah, here it is. Season 7 of Rick and Morty premiere in October 15. Oh, we got August, September, October, November, right? So, right now, we got a month. Yeah. I fucking love Rick and Morty. It's so fucking good. So fucking good. All I will say, there's probably going to be a different voice for Rick and Morty. As far as I know of right now, there may be different voices for Rick and Morty. I don't know how it's going to be, but... Told you. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I'm very close to blocking this guy. I'm very close to blocking this guy who just posted Rick and Morty is mid. I'll fucking ban your ass. It won't affect you in any way, but I'll do it. That's what I was to ask about. Rick and Morty meet Dog and Marty. Back to the Future 4. Well, how would they make... Well... Have they already kind of done that? I think that they made a lot of references to Back to the Future. I feel like they've done a lot of that. Do we still not know what the fuck happened in Romania? I mean, are we out of the blue here? Is what's happening to Romania? LPG station exploded in Belarus and Romania. I'm watching y'all on one team. The Free Stooks on the other. What is sounds good, Timothy. Get yourself some popcorns or something. About the rate. Oh yeah. No, by the rate. Oh yeah. Yeah, DV. Supposedly, Justin, the guy who did the voice, Justin Rowland, he's not going to be part of it anymore because of obvious reasons. You know, you all know the reasons. We're not gonna get into it, you know, because that's not really why I'm here. If you do not know the reasons, you know, go watch it, search it up, you can get it to know, or you know, if you don't care, then you know, obviously don't care. As of right now, our understanding is that there may be different voices for Rick and Morty for the next season. But I'll be honest, as much as I like Justin Roiland, like the first season of Rick and Morty was ridiculous. The second season got a lot better, and then they got a lot better. I feel like they were getting so much. They were getting really good at the end. But you know, if they could get some kind of, I mean, I don't know. If they could continue on with the story, which they're obviously going to do, they're gonna find, you know, this is not spoilers. If you haven't watched season 6, this is on you. They're gonna find the guy, you know, Rick's arch nemesis, the guy who killed his family, and you know, if there's different voices, we'll have to see. Maybe people won't like it to start with. You know, it's all about the comedy of the movie, really. It was the series, but we'll have to see. But it's, I think, I mean, I could search it up. Maybe they'll just hire some guy who sounds like Rick and Morty, you know? I could just wait. Well, Justin Roiland return for season 7. The adult animated sci-fi series, 7th episode from October 15 11 p.m. made a decision to sever ties with Roiland, who voices the show after domestic violence charges against him. Rick and Morty is officially come out this Thursday. Will feature the episode ways Rick with co-creator and star Justin Roiland of a case of domestic. Yeah. So who is going to voice Rick and Morty now? Voice actors replaying Justin Roiland. Why does somebody have to write a whole fucking article about it? Why can't you just tell me? I hate people that write an article about a simple fucking answer as if it's gonna be like some kind of article that everybody's gonna fucking read. Can't you just give me the and then you know, it's one of those articles where you get stuck on it. Because yeah, fucking assholes. Sorry, that's very aggressive right there. My bad. Season 7. Who will voice Rick and Morty? Season 7. John Benjamin, known for voice actor Archer, Danny DeVito from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and Will Arnett, famous for BoJack Horseman. Oh, Danny DeVito? Is Danny DeVito gonna voice it? What? A debate has been brewing over Rick and Morty will explain his big voice change in season 7, but it's actually not that big of a deal. Morty will feature a voice actor switch for the titular duo, causing many theories to pop up regarding how the show will address the characters' new voices. Right. Well, I mean, we'll have to see. You know, the writers are still the same. It's only the voices that's going to be different, you know. I get very, you know, I have some things where I get very mad at when people are very stupid about it. I also hate when people come out like a day after and upload something on Twitter and call it breaking news. Like, dude, it's fucking a day after. Like, it's not breaking news anymore. I have to get out of my armor. Guys. It's gonna be fabulous. It's gonna be fabulous. It's gonna be great. I hear you, yeah. What about them? Yeah, I mean, we have no explanation of what happened here in Romania. Fires, but no explanation. Happens, right? I mean, it's weird, you know. Plane crashing together. Now fire in Romania. I got no idea, but yeah. Is it Romania? Is this in Romania? Is it? If it, I know Romania is quite a beautiful country, but it looks a bit Scottish, doesn't it? I mean, is it Romania? I don't know. Looks a bit Scottish. It could be Romania. Looks a little Scottish. Let's be honest. It looks a little Scottish. Maybe. Yeah. Could be. Romania, this is 52 minutes ago. Romania is ready to come to Moldova's aid in any scenario. It intensely repeated by official of both countries at almost any occasion. What would that mean? It's to calm down Transnistria. Is it to deter any attacks? This remains one of the biggest mysteries of this war. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Rick and Morty have been renewed up to season 10. Yeah, I mean, the show is great. You know, don't get me wrong. They did burn explosives. Listen, I mean, Rick and Morty is a great show, guys. It's a really great show. I think it's gonna be interesting to see the new voices. It's definitely gonna be interesting. But you know, let's wait and see what happens. All right, let's see. Did Flash do his thing? You guys want to know? It's been fun. Gotta run. All right. See you later, Ocean. This is how they do perfume in Russia. How they do perfume in Russia. How, like, what the fuck? She drank the perfume. Like, I would. What the fuck? Yeah. Like, what just happened? Like, what the fuck did she just drank the fucking perfume. Holy fucking shit, she just drank the fucking perfume. Ah. God. Ah. And she didn't even get fucking, like, she didn't look mad at it at all. She was like, ugh. You fucking do that. The armed forces broke through the most difficult line of Russian defenses in the south and will enable to advance faster routes. We drove the main roads. We are reaching the boundaries. by which we can go forward, I'm sure that we will leave here faster. The officer calls sign Skilria. Yeah, guys, I mean, point here is, you know, at this point in time, there's not long left of this. And here's the main defenses here. Now, if you are a unexperienced Russian army and you are an experienced Ukrainian army that has been fighting with modern equipment, and you get on the other side of this, you know, and all of a sudden, you got, you know, as a Russian group that has to defend 77 kilometers here of territory. Here's something wrong, you know. But if you are here, yeah, more exposure to your background. But listen, if you're here, right, as a Russian unexperienced soldier, having to defend this land right here, which, I mean, it's not completely flat land. They're not on the Ackerman spectrum, right? But they are on the this is not on the European plain. Just want to point that out. But it is very flat area. My hope and my thinking of what they're doing right now is that they're gonna try and get, you know, past these lines right here, and then these lines right here, which will force the Russians, if they're not good enough, which we know they aren't, to fall back to this city right here, or this massive defense area they've made here. But the only problem with making this right here is that if the Ukrainians then manage to get across this, which we know they will, very likely, and get across over here, you know, the Ukrainians won't have to give a shit about these people right in here. Because if they stay here, you know, you don't have to really care. Because all you have to do is encircle them, and you can still keep going in this direction. That's the stupid thing about making circles in the war. You make circles in the war. Never ever should you make a circle in a war of you and your enemy. Circles are the most hardest way of things to defend. It is so fucking knowledgeable. Look at Stalingrad, you know? Look at Stalingrad. Look what happened in Stalingrad. When the first defeat Germans had was when they were entrenched in a circle inside Soviet Union, because they tried to kill the Russians. The Russians fought, you know, fiercely, broke out of it with a help from outside help, you know, the other Soviets who came in and, you know, entrenched the Germans, and the Germans were then entrapped in something like this, right? What happened then, not only are they forced to have the equipment that they have in here, but you are fighting you are fighting on a 360 scale. And being an unexperienced army fighting on a 360 scale, 65 scale, right, is pretty much the stupidest thing you can do. So never, if you are ever in a war, and your commander says to you, we're gonna make a circle, you know, slap him in the fucking face. Because you don't never make a fucking circle in the war. Because as soon as you get into a circlement, you're fucked. Look what happened in Mariupol. Look at what happened in Mariupol, right? That was one of the most intense moments that we knew of the war. You know, this right here, when there was Ukrainians who were entrapped in the big industrial city. That's probably going to be a movie. I have a feeling it's going to be a movie. I don't know why, but I just have the feeling it's going to be in a movie. Where they were trapped, you know, in this big sort of lump here, where they have Russians all around. That was one of the first, you know, where you could see just how hard fighting a 360. Now, they were able to keep off the Russians for a long time, longer than they should have. You got the Russians in this encirclement right here. You know, it's gonna be a fucking bad time. By the way, these Russians right here, you know, oh yeah, we're safe here. They're gonna lay here. They're gonna lay here first, right? The Ukrainians then manage to get around them. They don't have to even get close. They could just go around here. They don't have to get close to this. And these guys are gonna have to start pushing out, or they're gonna have to stay. If they stay, then the Ukrainians can just, you know, entrench them, send some forces to just hold them off, and move on. You know, and all of a sudden you got this entrenched circle of Russian, idiots in a fucking circle trying to defend a city that they're not going to be able to defend. So, point taken here, guys. And I don't even know if they're going to defend it, because I reckon they will, but, at the moment, this is a very stupid way of fighting a war. Entrenching yourself in a city. It's so stupid. Look what happened in Stalingrad. It's such a stupid way of fighting a war. Not only does it cause, death, but it causes an almost guaranteed, victory for the enemy, because you can't get supply lines in. There's no way for you to get any supplies in. The Russian won't give you any more supplies. They're not going to be able to launch any supplies into your area, because they don't have the capabilities of that. They would have to air launch it in, and the Ukrainians being right under would just shoot that plane out of the sky, and that would lose even more for the Russians. So the Russians won't be able to be supplied. So we'll have a modern day Stalingrad, So just point that out, that this whole idea of Russians encircling themselves inside of cities to try and defend it to the last man, it's going to create a lot of pockets where the Ukrainians are just going to pretty much leave them, I think. The Ukrainians are probably just going to leave them there, sit some men around and leave them there. And eventually, not only will they die of starvation, they're going to probably quit. They're going to say, okay, we surrender. That's the deal. They don't even have to go in. Again, the Ukrainians don't even have to push in. They don't have to push in. Why would they need to push in? Because if they encircle them, cut them off from supplies, most noticeably, food, there's no reason to push into the city. Just go around it and wait for the Russians to surrender, because they're not going to survive. They're not going to survive very long being entrenched inside the city. I mean, it's so, dramatically stupid. Germans did the same thing. They did a stupid thing of because Hitler was so excessive, he wanted to get, inside off the bridge. So he had to do it. He wanted to get inside Stalingrad. He wanted Stalingrad not because of its strategic value. There was a lot of strategic value of Stalingrad. He wanted it because of its name. He wanted Stalingrad, and when his 300,000 men force was trapped in Stalingrad, he didn't let them break out. He had them stay there. And the German generals, being patriotic, stayed there because they were so stupid to think that they could fight out of there. Now, the new Soviet army with so much shit, they had so much stuff, and they were so patriotic. They're fighting to the last man. There's millions of them against this demoralized, undersupplied, pretty much non-existent, hungry, dead, disease-ridden German army. I mean, it was such a stupid idea of continuing to go for it just because, because the name of it, just gives you an idea of just how fucking stupid the, gives you an idea of just how fucking stupid the Germans sometimes really were. Or how not the Germans directly, but Hitler, We actually have an active battle video of the Russians fighting a war here in Ukraine. This is actual footage from the front line here in Ukraine. As you can see, they're doing, I mean, you're not gonna see better action from any army in the world. This is top-notch action, And that's how they do things. This, that's a kid right there, obviously, because that's what the Russians does. Yeah, exactly. That's, yeah. So, and this is when the Russians had enough. This is how they fight, guys. Fucking ridiculous. And don't worry, guys. It was acting. It was acting. It wasn't real. You know, YouTube. Just want to point out that everybody in that video was alive. It was acting. Please do not ban me for showing that video. It was acting. And then nobody got shot. A little disclaimer here, guys, that nobody got shot doing that. It was a video. Yeah. That's the world's second best army. Scratch that. The second best army in Ukraine. Yeah. Yeah, DV. I was actually able to get my hands on that, video right there. It was pretty hard. I had to call a lot of favors, but yeah, this is actually, the preparations for the Russians' advance in Ukraine. Alright, guys, I think I am gonna get my ass out of here. I am gonna end the stream here. Hopefully we'll get some news about this Romania thing here, or what happened. If anything serious did happen, I'll post about it. And if anything serious happened, you may see me live again, but that, that's only if anything serious happened. Other than that, I am gonna be shutting off here. Thank you so much for stopping by here today. You can have a... I just want to point out here, guys, that Russia today alone have lost 640 troops. 640 troops today alone. Today. Not yesterday. Not in a month. Not in a week. Today. 640. They've lost 12 tanks. They've lost 18 artillery pieces. 11 drones. 18 APVs. 2 anti-aircraft. And 2 special equipments. Yeah. Alright, guys. Thank you for being here. Have a good night.